Yo, 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 what up, what up, what up, my betting family? We back with another video here at No Limit Bets for the NBA slate of February 25th, 2023. Before we get started, as always, though, I would like to say good morning to y'all, good afternoon, whatever time it may be that you're watching this video. Hope y'all having a good one, and hopefully we can make it a better day by winning some money. Also, if you guys are new to the channel, please like, comment, and subscribe, man. It's truly appreciated. We're currently on the road to 500 subscribers. We're more than halfway there, so I definitely appreciate all the love and support you guys have shown this far. But yeah, if you guys are new, hit that subscribe button, man. It's truly appreciated. But without further ado, let's go ahead and hop into today's videos, today's picks. We got a decent slate tonight. We got 7 games going on. So I'm going to be bringing y'all my top 6 picks for tonight's game. Just to do a quick recap of yesterday's slips that I did submit. It was a rough night, to say the least. With this one, we were able to win. We were able to go 4-1 as Draymond was a DMP. Sabonis, it was sad to see that he fouled out, as this game against the Clippers was a good one. It was a high scoring game. It went into double overtime. But unfortunately, he just fouls out and wasn't able to get it done for us. So yeah, that was our only winning slip, to be honest with you guys. Just looking at the other ones, only 2 and 4 with this slip, 3 and 3 in this slip, and then unfortunately, the picks that were posted on here yesterday's video were only able to go 2 and 4. Now, just to do a quick recap of the picks that were posted, Kawhi obviously was able to hit his over on his PRAs. Like I just mentioned, that game went to double overtime. So he had plenty of opportunities to get it done for us, which he does. And DeMar DeRozan didn't hit a 3. He did take 2, but he missed. He obviously missed both of them. So he didn't get me like last time, where he only shot once and he made that one and didn't shoot no more 3. So yeah, those were the only 2 that hit. And then the ones that didn't hit, 3 of them, the 3 at the top, Spencer Dinwiddie, Drew Holiday, and Bam Adebayo, were all part of blowouts, as the Bucks did blow out the Heat, which Bam did not get any minutes in the fourth quarter. Neither did Drew Holiday. Drew Holiday did finish right on the hook with 7, but like I said, it was a blowout. He didn't play the fourth quarter. And then Spencer Dinwiddie was also part of a blowout, as the Bulls were up by almost 50 against the Nets. The Nets just did not come ready to play for that one. And Spencer Dinwiddie did get off to a rough start. I think he was like 0 for 3, 0 for 4 at the beginning of the game. So it wasn't looking good either way. And then DeAndre Ayton just came up short with 25 points and rebounds. So yeah, definitely a losing day, 2 and 4. We've been in the middle of a rough stretch with the picks that I've been posted, and I'm well aware of that. I got to do better, and I will do better for you guys. So yeah, let's go ahead and bounce back tonight with today's picks. So let's go ahead and get started with them. For our first pick, we're going to be going to the points and assists category. And we're going to be taking, we're going to go down to the Philly and Celtics game, and we're going to be taking James Harden over 30.5 points and assists. Now, overall, in his last 4 matchups against the Celtics, he's hit the over 3 out of those 4 matchups, and those include the 2 earlier matchups this season that he did go over as well. The one that he did miss in those last 4 matchups, he ended up right on the hook with 30 points and assists. Now, the 2 earlier matchups that they did have against Boston this season. He went well above this line, with one of them scoring 35 points and 7 assists for a total of 42 points and assists. And then the most recent one, he had 26 points and 11 assists for a total of 37. So he's played good here recently against the Celtics. I know that he's more than likely going to get the Marcus Smart matchup. But in those two games, the one that he ended up with 26 and 11, Marcus Smart did not play, but Smart did play in the earliest matchup, should I say, where Harden ended up with 35 points and 7 assists. So again, he's had it going here recently against the Celtics. So we're gonna go ahead and rock with him for our first pick. For our second pick, we're gonna go to a PRA prop. And we're going to be going to the earliest game. It's a 12 o'clock tip-off time game, a very, very early game against Toronto against Detroit. And we're going to be taking Jaden Ivey over 24.5 PRAs. Now, the Raptors and Detroit have already met twice this season. And in those two matchups, he's hit the over. With one of the matchups, he had 27 PRAs, and in the other matchup he had 33. So obviously Jaden Ivey is a rookie, so these are his only two career matchups against the Raptors, but he is averaging 30 PRAs in those two matchups against the Raptors. So I just expect the trend to continue. Lately, he has been balling out. He's been getting, obviously more comfortable with the NBA play, just coming off the Rising Stars challenge in the All-Star weekend. I expect his confidence to be up, and I expect him to get this for us, to get 25 PRAs for us. So we're going to be rocking with him for our second pick. For our third pick, we're going to stick to the PRA category. We're going to go down to the Magic and Pacers game. We're going to be, it's not PRAs, it's points and rebounds. We're going to be going down to the Magic and Indy game, and we're going to be taking Wendell Carter Jr. over 24.5 points and rebounds. Now, overall, he's hit this in 4 straight matchups against the Pacers, hitting 37 points and rebounds, 33, 31, and 28. Now, also with this, the Pacers allowed the 5th most points per game to opposing centers, and they allow the 2nd most rebounds per game to opposing centers. So I like this spot for Wendell Carter. I think this is a good matchup for him. And I think he could also get it done for us. So we're going to go ahead and rock with him for our third pick. For our fourth pick, we're going to be going to a points prop. And we're going to be going to the Nuggets and Grizzlies game, And we're going to be taking Morant over 27.5 points. Now, I know here recently he's been struggling. As he's only hit the over 3 out of the last 4. I know this is 5, but I'm not counting the All-Star break, as they do have him in there for it. And the only one he did go over was against Minnesota. So being that he's been in a rough stretch, I expect him to be due for a big game, and I like this spot for him to have that big game. Now, Denver and Memphis have only faced up once this season, and in that one matchup, Morant went off for 35 points. Now, also Denver is pretty bad defensively against opposing point guards, as they allow the 5th most points per game to opposing point guards. Obviously, you have Jamal Murray as their point guard, which is not known to be, a defensive player overall. So, and I know they have Jokic down there, but Jokic he's definitely obviously a presence down low, but defensively, I don't see him as being that defensive stopper in the paint, which is where John Morant obviously does all his damage. He likes to, drive to the rim, dunk. He's pretty much a driver. Obviously, he could shoot it. He's been shooting it somewhat good this season. But overall, I like John Morant to have a big game. I like this spot for him. So we're going to rock with him for our fourth pick. For our fifth pick, we're going to stick to the same game. We're also going to stick to the same points category, but we're going to go to the other side. And we're going to take KCP over 10.5 points. Now, in his last 5, he's averaging 12.6. As you guys could see, he's hit the over 3 out of the last 5 games. The 2 hit that he did miss was against Miami, which is a great defensive team. He only ends up with 8. And then Orlando, he came up just short with 9. Now, overall, he's done well against the Memphis Grizzlies, as he's averaging 12.4 points per game in his career against the Grizzlies. And in his last 8 matchups, he has hit this over 7 out of his last 8 matchups. Excuse me. They did play once this season, as I mentioned earlier, with the John Morant pick. And in that game, KCP ended with 12 points. So he hit us over. Now, with this one, as we all know, Steven Adams is still going to be out for the Grizzlies. So I expect a lot of attention to be on Jokic. I won't be surprised if they double team him and things of that nature, which is going to open up those shots for KCP. Memphis did just play MB Philly. They played Philly with the MB matchup, and they were sending the doubles. MB didn't have an explosive scoring game, but he did end up with like 18 rebounds and 6 assists. So obviously Jokic is on the same level as Embiid. So I expect them to play the same type of defense, and I think KCP should be able to benefit from the open shot. So we're going to rock with him for our 5th pick. And for our 6th and last pick, we're going to go to a PRA category. And we're going to go down to the Celtics and Philly game once again. And we're going to go to the Celtics side and take Marcus Smart over 19.5 PRAs. Now, if we look at his last 5, obviously, these before the 21st, pretty much the 21st against Toronto is when he suffered the injury, his ankle injury that caused him to miss all those games. So before the injury, he did hit the over those 2 games against the Warriors and the Hornets. But even after coming back from the injury, he picked up where he left off against Detroit and the Pacers, hitting this over with 22 and 23 PRAs. Now, this is arguably going to be the best game of the night. So it's a big time matchup. I expect Marcus Smart to play like it's a big time matchup. And as we all know, Marcus Smart is a hustle guy. He's a hustle player. He fills up the stat sheets, whether it's with rebounds, assists, defensively, and if he has it going scoring wise, then we could definitely I could definitely be confident that he'll hit this number. But overall, against the Sixers, now the Sixers and Celtics have played 2 times this season already. Smart did miss the most recent matchup, but in the one game he did play against them, he ended up with 24 PRAs. And overall, he's hit this. Obviously, overall, this means like before the injury and the including the 2 games he has come back from injury. He's hit this over 7 of his last 9 games. And in the 2 games he has come back, he's averaging 22.5 PRA. So I like this line for him. Definitely think he could get us 20 PRAs. So we're going to go ahead and rock with that for our final pick. So the way we have it, we're going to take the over on all the picks today. Really couldn't find no under that I was comfortable with. And as always, if you guys agree with any of the plays that I have posted or that I'm giving out, always do your own research. Just don't take my word for it. Perfect example, I've been in a rough stretch. So if you guys have just been following my picks, then unfortunately you guys have been losing too, which is definitely on me. And like I said, I got to do better and I will do better. So excuse me. Also, here at No Limit Bets, we like to go with the low risk, high reward. So we're going to go ahead and place the $5 entry for the possibility of winning 125. So we're going to go ahead and place that entry. And that's going to be it for my top 6 picks of today's NBA slate of games. You guys enjoy the rest of your day. Enjoy the games tonight. And we'll be back here tomorrow. Let's get this money.